Hey there everyone, this is Jessica from domesticatedme.com. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please take this opportunity to hit that subscribe button and click that little bell icon next to the subscribe button so that you can set your notifications on for all. That way you'll be notified whenever my videos go out, and I make new videos every single week, and I cover everything from beauty to fashion to DIY projects, home decor, travel, you name it, I cover it all. Now, one of my most watched videos in the history of my channel was my unboxing of the very first Hermès Apple Watch. It is one that's gotten a ton of views, a ton of comments, a lot of thoughts, and I wanted to do a follow-up review video of I was asked for it a lot and I wanted to do it, but I just kind of never got around to it. Was very busy. I was working full-time. A job that kept me very, very busy in addition to everything else and having a family and all that. And I just never got around to it. And then unfortunately, about, when was it? In 2019 or 2018? I don't remember. I think 2019, my Hermès Apple Watch died. It gave out on me. Actually, the top popped open, and I think after doing some research, I think what happened was that the battery, it was a battery issue, and from what someone told me, that after a while the battery will like expand and it'll cause the screen to pop. And I did take it to the Apple store, but what they told me is basically what they say to just about everything: it's not worth paying for me to fix it. Because the price is the price of a new Apple Watch. So you might as well buy a new Apple Watch rather than put that money towards fixing the battery or whatever issue that you are having with the first generation Hermès Apple Watch. Before I continue though, let me just make this clear, because it was an issue that came up with my first unboxing video. I am not a tech person. I am not someone that reviews technology. That is not who I am. That's not what my channel is about. What my channel is about, a large portion of my videos has to do with fashion and designer and luxury fashion. So I'm coming to this video, or I'm making this video from the perspective of someone who just loves designer fashion, a fan of designer fashion. And so I'm coming to this as an Hermès fan more than I am a tech person who can give you detailed information about like the material that it's made of, the technological aspects of it. So if that is what you're coming to this video, there are other people that can do that, and I will actually link to a video that I saw of someone who did an excellent job of covering some of that technology. So I will link to them down in the description box below. Say hi. If you go to their videos from my channel, tell them that I sent you. So I hope that's clear. You're not going to get any techie talk from me. I thought about it a lot, and ultimately I couldn't decide whether I just wanted to buy a regular new Apple Watch or if I wanted to invest in another Hermès Apple Watch. Now, the reason, if you go back to that video, the reason why I bought that Hermès Apple Watch, why I fell in love with an Hermès Apple Watch, is because I'm someone who, number one, I do enjoy designer items, and I'm someone who grew up because of my mom having this thing of not wanting things that everybody has. So Apple Watches are everywhere because they're super handy, and I can't believe I went like a year without having an Apple Watch because I couldn't make up my mind, and because I just got busy with life, and so I wound up not doing anything about it. But they're so handy for so many reasons. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful tool to keep you active, and that's ultimately what made me come to my decision about needing to get an Apple Watch, whether it was a regular Apple Watch or an Hermès Apple Watch. It would make you stand up. It would remind you to stand up once an hour. It would make you it would track your steps. It would track how active you are. It gave you goals as to how many calories you wanted to burn every day. That, I think, to me was like the biggest plus of why I wanted an Apple Watch. And why I wanted an Hermès Apple Watch was because it was just that added luxury, that added bit of something special to something that has become very common. So that is the reason why I fell in love with it in the first place. It was also just beautiful. I fell in love with the Double Tour, as you know, and the things that I wished had come with the original Hermès Apple Watch now comes with the current Hermès Apple Watch. So that was one of the reasons why when I was making my decision. And ultimately what I did was I did both. So in 2020, when all this happened, we were staying home, I became so sedentary, as most of us did. We didn't go out much. I live in New York City, so I wasn't, there wasn't space available for me to really go and exercise outdoors. So I stayed in home. Gyms were closed. Gyms are still closed. So I needed something to help me keep track of my health. And that was one of the reasons why I was like, okay, it's time for me to get an Apple Watch, because I know that with Apple Watch, I know how many calories I'm burning throughout the day. I know that it's reminding me to stand up and walk around every so often rather than just be at my computer all the time. And so that was one of the reasons why I knew I needed to make a purchase. Now, thankfully, I did a little research, and I would not recommend this. I don't recommend this, but here's what happened. So in the middle of the summer of last year of 2020 is when I really got that desire to get a new Apple Watch to replace my old Hermès Apple Watch. But I knew that in September, a new one would be released. So I did not want to buy an Hermès Apple Watch in the middle of the summer because I knew the newer version would be out in just a few months. So I either had to wait or get a regular Apple Watch, and that is what I did. Again, I don't recommend buying two watches in 1 year, but I ultimately did it because I really wanted that Apple Watch. It was for right before a trip where we went upstate, and I was going to do some hiking, and I wanted to track how many steps I was taking, how many calories I was burning, and ultimately I knew that watch, I bought an Apple Watch 3, I think. It wasn't the latest one of 2020, which I think was a 5. And then I think the current one is a 6. I decided I'm going to go ahead and get the Apple Watch 3 because I want it right now for my health reasons. And I know that come Christmas, I would just give that to my daughter or my husband. So that is why I held off on buying the Hermès Apple Watch until the latest version, which is the version that I have now. Okay, so now I'm going to share the unboxing, and then I'll come back with my thoughts. Here is the classic Hermès orange box that these watches come in. It holds 2 slender cardboard boxes on the inside. This box holds a felt 2-pocket sleeve that has the paperwork for the watch and the Hermès leather Double Tour watch strap. The Hermès Double Tour strap is made of black Swift calfskin leather with a buttery soft brown leather interior. The second cardboard box holds the Apple Watch and the magnetic charging cable and power adapter cube. The Hermès Apple Watch and the Titanium Apple Watch Edition are the only watches that come with charging bricks. Apple says this decision was made to cut down on their carbon footprint. This box also holds the Hermès Apple Watch sports band in space black. This is the only watch that comes with a black Hermès sports band. The other Double Tour watches come with a classic Hermès orange sports band with silver stainless steel hardware. This Hermès Apple Watch Series 6 comes in space black colored stainless steel in a 40mm or 44mm case. This one is the 40mm. This is the only watch Apple currently offers in space black. Their darkest regular Apple Watch option is space gray. The only color on this case is the red circle on the dial, which indicates that the watch has GPS and cellular. Here's a closer look at the Hermès Space Black sports band with space black hardware. As you can see, it's super easy to put on. Here is the watch with the Hermès black leather double tour strap. Hermès is known for their quality leather, and this strap is no exception. Here's the first edition Hermès Double Tour Apple Watch strap. As you can see, the leather has patinaed beautifully and is now a deeper brown. While I heard from others that the new strap was smaller, I found them to be the exact same size. Perhaps these newer watches give the impression that the straps are smaller because they no longer come in 38mm. Here's a space black watch case with the original brown leather and silver stainless steel Hermès strap. And for one last comparison, here's what the space black Hermès Apple Watch sports band looks like versus a regular white Apple Watch sports band. The only clear difference is the color of the hardware and the Hermès branding on that hardware. So here is my couple of months old now, because I got this when it first came out. I actually pre-ordered it because, again, this is now like what I always wanted from my Hermès Apple Watch that I didn't get with that first generation. This one is an all black watch, which means it's not silver toned, it's black, solid black. The only color here is a little red circle on the dial. I love black. I mean, I'm a New Yorker. I could wear black every single day. Doesn't matter what season we're in, what the weather outside, I could live in black all day, every day. So I love that. And one of the great things about the color black is that it'll go with everything. So I could wear gold jewelry, yellow gold jewelry, I could wear rose gold, I could wear silver tone jewelry, and it'll go well. It won't clash, as opposed to having a silver tone watch, but then I want to wear yellow gold. If you're not someone who likes to mix metals, I love that about this. I always wanted a black strap, but the black strap wasn't available when I bought the first generation. So that's why I bought the brown. But again, because I love black, I'm so happy that it now comes in solid black with black detail. I love that. Again, you're not getting silver, you're not getting gold, just solid black. It goes with everything. It's just absolutely, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. One of the things that now comes with the Hermès watches that didn't come with the first generation is the sports band. When I bought the first watch, I had to buy my own sports band. So imagine that. I spent so much money. That was upsetting, and I mentioned that in that video. I spent so much money on that watch, and then I had to, on top of that, buy a sports band. But now, thankfully, this version comes with an all-black sports band, and it's not just a regular Apple Watch sports band, or it is basically the same thing, but it comes with that solid black detail, and this actually on the other side, as you saw, has the Hermès logo on it. It says Hermès Apple Watch. So I love that little detail. I love that it's all black, and I love that it comes with it. I'm not spending extra money on the sports strap. I have mostly been wearing it with the sports strap just because I have a Peloton and I'm doing a lot of at-home workouts, and this is something that I would normally wear to go out, and I'm not doing that right now. So I haven't really enjoyed the double tour leather strap as much as I would want to, but hopefully that'll change in the next few months. And yeah, I absolutely love it. The price point is the price point that it is. It's actually much less expensive than an actual Hermès classic watch. Those start at around $2 or $3 grand, I think, maybe more. Yes, the technology will get old, but if it's a price per wear situation, and you should always do a price per wear analysis before you make a big purchase. I wore my Apple Watch every single day for what, 3 years? So you spread that out for the price of what the watch costs, it more than makes up for the price point. So that is my thought process, again, because it's a little added special touch to it. It's a little added bit of designer luxury to it because I wear it every single day and it's so handy. Those are all the reasons why, for me, it made sense to make this purchase. It might not make sense for you, totally get it, but for me, it was worth it. And yeah, that's all I can say. Again, my favorite thing about the Apple Watch, just in general, is that for those health reasons, it tracks your steps, how much calories you're burning a day, reminds you to stand up. The second feature that I just think, how did I go on for so long without it? And I completely forgot until I had it back on my wrist that I was like, oh my God, this is like the best thing ever, is that it'll find your phone. I am the type of person that walks around with my phone and leaves it in rooms and leaves it on dressers and then forgets where it is. And then this has a little thing so that I press it and it'll make the phone ring so that I know where it is. That is like, I'm the most forgetful person in the world, so that is super helpful for me. Of course, the other thing about the Hermès Apple Watches is that it's the only Apple Watch that comes in the solid black. I believe that's still the case. And it's the only watch that has the Hermès faces. But now with this new watch, there are different faces and you can modify those Hermès faces. So that's also pretty cool. So for me, I have the exercise, I have my rings, I have the temperature, and I have the battery on it. Those are the four most important things, most useful things for me. So that's how I have set up my Apple Watch. But yeah, I absolutely love it. For me, again, for my finances, for what I'm able to do, and for the things that I enjoy, this is worth it. I've had this for months, and I'm really excited to finally share this purchase with you, why I purchased it, why for me it was worth it and made sense for me. Yeah, I'm just absolutely in love it, and I'm really excited to have the opportunity to actually wear this Double Tour black leather strap out. I have no complaints. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. One of the questions that I'm sure is going to come up is, why would I invest so much money on a piece of technology that I know will be outdated and will just die on me one day? And that is true, but there's also something else quite like that I think a lot of people have no problem agreeing with. And that's this guy right here, my phone. We know that every year Apple comes out with a new phone. Every year it gets better. Every year the cameras are better. Every year it has new features. But we still buy the phone knowing full well that this phone is not going to last you years and years and years. Now, it depends on the person that you are. If you're one of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of person, or if you're someone who loves the new technology, wants the latest and greatest. I am someone who's pretty much that when it comes to phone. I'm not someone who buys a new phone every single year, but I do know that when I spend how much are iPhones now? When I spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on my phone, I know that it's not going to last me a lifetime. I know that it's going to last me maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, depends. So if it's okay for the phone, why wouldn't it be okay for this? And so for me, I equate it, and maybe for you it's not the same, but for me I equate it. This is something that I wear absolutely every single day. I use it all the time. I work out. I always track when I'm working out. I track my steps. I use it to locate my phone. I use it to communicate with my family. So this is something that like my phone, I know that when I purchase it, I know it's not going to last me a lifetime, but it's going to last me a couple of years. It's going to last me at least a year. Definitely going to last me a year, but it's going to last me at least 2 years, maybe 3, maybe more. But ultimately, it makes me happy. I think it's beautiful. I wear it every day. Cost per wear, it makes sense for me. It is that little bit of special touch that I can wear this and feel like it's a little elevated than wearing just a regular Apple Watch. And I could wear this out to dinner, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece. And yeah, that is one of the reasons that for me it just added up to and made sense for me to just go ahead and buy an Hermès Apple Watch, because it makes me happy. I love it, and it's gorgeous, and it's so me. It's so me. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Again, use that comment section below to ask any questions, make any requests, or just say hi. You guys know that I love to hear from you. And again, if you have any specific questions about the Apple Watch or the Hermès Apple Watch or this Apple Watch in particular, my thoughts on it, questions about something, please use that comment section below. I would be happy to do another follow-up video if I get enough questions or content that you want me to cover. Happy to do so. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like. It really helps me out on YouTube. And if you have any tech-loving / luxury-loving people in your life, feel free to share this video with them as well. Click or tap right here to watch my last video, or click down below to watch another video that you might enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned.